Hey there, Kai here. Now there's a ton of news, speculation, and talk about the next round of stimulus packages for the American people. I even talked about the top 3 most popular stimulus proposals right now in my last few videos. But what's shaping up may not be what we were originally thinking. Sounds like they're legislating on how to keep the economy going and trying to keep us away from this recession. But it's gonna require a couple $1 trillion. But your next stimulus payment may look very different. Let's talk about it. Slap hands, bump fists, let's roll. So by now, we're all pretty familiar, or should be, with the 3 most popular proposals that are out there right now, and perhaps a few that are a blend of each. Those 3 being the Emergency Money for the People Act, which gives eligible citizens $2,000 a month up to 12 months, guaranteed 6. The Rent and Mortgage Cancellation Act, which forgives rent and mortgage payments for a year. And the Get America Back to Work Act, which would cover 80% of employers' payroll so they can keep employees on, even if everything is still shut down. And it also offers a small bonus for employees to go back and work at the place that they were originally working. Now, despite what you've heard, there has been no $2,000 a month stimulus check yet. These are still all legislative proposals, and even though there are many congressional representatives, including Senator Bernie Sanders, who support the legislation, none of these are law. So we've been so set and partially trained to think we as citizens and small business owners would be getting these bailouts directly, such as the $1,200 check, mainly because that's exactly what the government has been doing. Basically throwing free cash at us, which I have never seen or heard before in my life. But the other options that are on the table right now that are being strongly considered by the Senate, Congress, and President Trump are a lot more standard for a government, especially our own government. The first option that we know that both President Trump and Speaker of the House Nancy Pelosi have both supported was the upgrade to the nation's infrastructure. It's no secret that our nation's roads, tunnels, bridges, electrical grid, waterways, and broadband are all well due for an update. Back in 2017, the ASCE, American Society of Civil Engineers, which yours truly was a proud card-carrying member during my undergrad days, came out and said that the nation's roads, dams, airports, water, and electrical systems need roughly $4.6 trillion in work, which at the time was more than the entire federal budget. If I'm correct, I still think that's over the entire federal budget. The ASCE has a well-known infrastructure report card that the White House actually cites on the website that grades the quality of 16 categories of infrastructure every 4 years. Guess what our grade here in America is? The overall grade of our infrastructure in the United States is an impressive D+. Now, that's still passing. That is from just one group, and there are several other reputable groups, and estimates show that it'll cost anywhere between half to maybe 3/4 of what the ASCE announced. Either way, we're looking at $2 trillion to $4 trillion to get our infrastructure back up to speed. But aside from having a better and safer infrastructure for the nation, it immediately create hundreds of thousands of jobs in an infrastructure plan that would provide long-term stability once everything opens back up for travel, transportation, and basically the economy resumes. And the second stimulus option is student loan forgiveness. Now, there has been a big push from the Democratic Party this past year for student loan forgiveness. Even presidential candidate Joe Biden has earmarked a forgiveness program through his $750 billion student loan plan. As of 2019, U.S. student loan debt tipped the scales at a whopping $1.59 trillion spread across 44.7 million borrowers. More than that of the $1.1 trillion in auto debt and the $1.04 trillion in credit card debt. Now, we'll see how this all goes since the current CARES Act already gives multiple benefits to current borrowers, including suspension of federal loan payments, 0% interest rate on federal student loans, and no federal student loan debt collection. And then the third and last option is financial support for states and local governments. There's a lot of attention on obviously the COVID-19 victims, the families, small businesses, and individuals. However, there's also a very large burden that we're not really recognizing for local and state governments. With the shutdown, several states and cities are especially hurting right now economically. Public leaders have requested more federal funding to help with essential healthcare needs, educational systems and services, transit systems, unemployment, and small business support. There's even word that some states may have to consider filing for bankruptcy, which I have no idea how or what that would look like, but I'll do my research and let you know what I find out. Now, all of this is constantly moving and evolving. The real strange thing here is that we're used to having to wait on Congress, corporations, and the legal system. But in all of this, what we're really waiting on is trying to figure out this virus and how to get rid of it, or at least find a vaccine and a cure. Strange times indeed. I hope it pulls us closer together as a species and a community. But let's not ignore the fact that we do not have to sit idly by as we watch this virus cut through our population and the economy sink. We can use this time to not just invest wisely, but also learn new things that allow us to be better on the other side. I'll be releasing more videos updating you on the stimulus and what's coming next, but also how to start investing in either the stock market and real estate. Sometimes I'll give you some good money tips too. I made enough money in the last recession, 2008-2009, to quit my day job, and now I live my dream life. My goal is to help you do the same. Like this video if you liked it, and don't forget to subscribe to the channel and follow me as I invest my own money in the market and buy up more rental properties. Love you all. Don't be idle. At least buy a resistance band and work those muscles. Link down in the description. Kai out.